All right, so I'm here by myself at the moment. I'm in the process of designing our squat rack slash power rack thing. So I'm just back here looking around at different materials, trying to see what will be good for, say, some vertical posts, for example. So I can actually go ahead and design with this stuff in mind. The only thing I need to do, since I know all the dimensions, the only thing I do need is the estimate of what this actual radius is. So I'm actually going to go back to the office, and I have a caliper, a digital caliper that I can use to measure that. That's about right, so we can call that 0.15 inches. The whole reason to do that is so that when we run it on the CNC laser, it can, when it moves the tube around corners, it can cut appropriately. Before I just start using the computer, I sometimes like to just turn to the classic pen and paper and sketch something really rough here. You can just really quickly get some ideas out there. At the very least, if you know what you want in your head, you can put it down on paper, and then you don't have to keep that image in your mind anymore. But I'm going to sketch out what I want to design. Alright, I'm about to get started with some SOLIDWORKS frame design. So I just finished designing the frame for the power rack. It's pretty straightforward, but it is, in my opinion, pretty nicely designed. It's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sub-assemblies, and the side, if I open that independently, is designed to be, it's symmetric, actually it's doubly symmetric, so it's symmetric along the horizontal plane as well as, so the top plane like this and the front plane like this. So there's 2 side pieces, 2 brace pieces, and then the final piece is the front bar that's actually going to be the pull-up bar, and that's extremely simple. It's just 2 plates welded on the ends and then bolted together. So the final thing I want to show is I made this assembly with what I call a skeleton sketch here, and the cool thing about that is you can open up the base sketch and I can actually adjust the dimensions a little bit here. So the base width right now I have as 42. I actually want to make it 48, so I can actually just type that here and refresh, and everything adjusts automatically, which I think is really handy. And let me just quickly have a look here at the other base dimensions. So the total height is 84 inches to the top. I think that's actually pretty good. We've got a 48-inch spread here of the adjustable hole positions, and if I look at this dimension, the depth is right now 36. I'm actually going to make that 40. That is my frame design. Save those changes, and the next step will actually be putting these through the CAM software so that we can run it through the CNC lasers. Then we can go ahead and weld and assemble it and try it out. What do you got?
Bunch of metal.
Bunch of metal.
Adam, you designed a power rack, right?
I have it right here. This is the drawing.
That's the drawing, and that's what is where metal is going to turn into this.
So we didn't get to show the process happening, but we had those parts all cut on this laser machine here. And actually, here, hold this for a minute. So if you look down the length here, this is a tube, not the tubes we cut, but
yeah.
It's held in the back by a chuck there, and that moves forward and back, and it turns the tube this way.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is then this laser head here, it shoots through and cuts. So You can do all kinds of intricate shapes with that. And then the finished parts get pulled out onto this thing and dumped out on the outside. Yeah, so we have this here. We're gonna assemble that. So that's now your job.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It could be a crooked power rack.
Well,
It's not. I'm not gonna try. It just might happen.
don't try that at home or at work. Squaring it up.
Squaring it up. The square I'm just noticing is a little bit curved, but
There's no chance it squares itself, right?
it's good.
Flawless. This is gonna be sweet.
Not 88.
What are you off by?
Half inch.
What does that mean?
So it needs to go this way.
My end?
This end. So what you do, you just give it a little tap.
The way we're setting this up is without a jig and all that stuff. It's just kind of freehand a little bit. I mean, you're using tools to square it up, which is good, but point is, if we were doing
Sorry.
if we were making like a large quantity of these, then it would be really nice to just make a jig for this.
Yeah.
So you can quickly pop the pieces in and weld it up nice and straight then.
Yeah, you would do this for the first one if it was a new piece.
Yeah.
And then I would set up, I would tack everything down, make sure nothing was gonna move on me, and then I'd set up stops.
And so that's all a tack is. It's just a little spot.
You tack everything because the heat from the welding will pull the metal inwards.
Right.
So if I were to just weld here, it wouldn't be 90 degrees anymore.
Right. It would
pull the whole-
it would be less than 90. Like it would pull in like that.
Yeah, I might actually have to redo this because it's not flush.
Oh yeah, it's wider at the bottom there, eh?
Yeah. I'll grind it off.
Gonna try again?
Yeah.
Ain't no shame in that.
The width. That's also the reason you tack things is you're like, oh, that's a big mistake. Let's fix that.
Ready to go?
Yeah, it's ready to weld.
So smooth. So needlessly aggressive. Beautiful. It is satisfying when it just clicks into place.
Yeah. It's like Lego, but bigger.
But metal. Right, so now you're setting up to do the cross braces, right?
Perfect.
Getting it down to the micron, right?
Always. I am the most precise human. I forgot my safety glasses. Don't do that.
So now, we're gonna actually bolt it together, and then we're gonna tip it up and see how it holds, and then we're gonna do a pull-up. Oh, it's coming along.
You want me to hold it?
No! I could do it by myself!
The wrench is bouncing. bouncing up and down.
I know, I've got it wedged. It's all part of the plan.
Too proud to say
It's
yes,
all part of the plan.
I want some help.
Yeah, man.
Whoop.
Drop your phone.
There's my phone with no protection. That might be broken.
Precision.
So if you were ever wondering how a power rack was built, in every gym, this is how they do it.
Yeah, they're just smacking around with a piece of wood. Ready?
Yeah.
How do you want to do it? Carefully? Yeah! Go stand in there, Ryan, and tell us how you feel.
I feel powerful.
Powerful.
Very powerful right now.
I'm actually really proud of us so far. I mean, we're not done yet, but like this looks like gym equipment to me.
How long do you think this took? Because you did at least a couple hours.
I'd
of
say
design.
design 5 to 6 hours total.
Making two and a half.
This evening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean if you count cutting the cutting of all these things was probably an hour all said and done. For all the actually probably not even. I would say half an hour.
Half hour.
Yeah.
We're looking at an 8-hour day if we were to do it straight through to get to this point. There's still a couple things we need.
Yeah.
That's what I was wanting to say. We still need the rack system.
Yeah.
For when we're racking. Obviously, we're not gonna.
It's a little close to the wall at this point. Yeah.
We're figuring out where we want to put it, but we need the rack system and for a support, just a catch in case you
Yeah,
fail while you're
the
squatting.
whatever those things are called, I've been calling them the rescue bar.
Rescue bars, but I like that.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. So and we need to make those yet.
Yeah.
And then I think that's pretty much it. Will give it a good wash down, good clean.
Yeah, we gotta really clean it. Look at our hands.
Yeah.
Oops.
So it goes.
This turned out great so far. You know, I made the 3D model in SolidWorks, right? So you can see it on the computer screen, but it's always so nice to see the real world result of the thing. It just feels totally different. And we put in good effort on this. Ryan did fantastic welding. Yeah, I'm really excited to actually use this. It's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm. Nice work.
Great work.
Boop.
So I was just going through this video that you just watched, adding the titles and things like that. And I was reminded about how much fun it actually was to design and build this. In order to keep that up, I think it's really important that if you can, you do, the normal thing, like and subscribe, because we really like doing this, but these things take a lot of time and effort, and a little bit of encouragement through likes, comments, subscriptions, all that would be super awesome. If you enjoyed watching us make this and design this, seriously subscribe, because we've got more projects that we want to do. We've got more workout ideas and little things that we want to invent and build. So if you're into that, you should subscribe anyway. But if you want to encourage us along the way too, nothing wrong with that.